Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyle with Paul C. Buff and welcome to another episode of How I Got the Shot. Today here we're with model and dancer Lane Porter and we're going to be using action mode to capture movement. So before we get started, we're going to talk about action mode a little bit. So what action mode does is it sacrifices a little bit of color consistency to shorten your flash durations. Now, because the way you have your camera set up, if there was no flash present, your exposure would be a lot darker. So kind of think of the flash almost as your new shutter speed. So these really short flash durations, what they're gonna allow is really crisp lines on things that would otherwise get a little bit of motion blur. So to kick things off, we're gonna start with some ballet shots and you'll see how we're able to freeze those movements with crisp, clean lines. So for our first setup, we're gonna do a cool kind of gelled lighting setup. We've got two large strip boxes. This one is gonna be brighter and that's got a teal dome on it. This one with the orange is gonna add a little bit of separation and contrast. We've turned it down a little bit. Over here, we have a 7-inch reflector with a magenta gel dome opposite a 7-inch reflector with an orange gel dome, and that's gonna light our seamless. The reason we're using gray instead of white is because it tends to hold the saturation of the color a little bit better. Up top, we have a strip box with a yellow gel dome, and that's gonna add a nice little hair light. So we're gonna keep all of the same lights and modifiers for this, but we're gonna go for something a little bit more traditional. So this guy, we've gotten rid of our color gel dome. It's just a white diffusion dome now. And this one is gonna be purple. It's just gonna add a little extra area of interest. We're gonna light our backdrop with a teal and a blue, and that's gonna give us kind of a more neutral blue backdrop. And then over here for our hair light, we've swapped that out with a blue gel dome, and then you'll kind of see that on the left side of her hair. So for our next setup, we're going to head outside and we're going to use the vents on our building's air conditioning units to create some movement in the hair. Up here on our key light, we've got a Celestial with a teal gel dome and a 32-inch foldable beauty dish. To add some fill, we have our 24-inch foldable beauty dish with a magenta gel dome, also on a Celestial. And then we have two Celestials with 7-inch reflectors facing our wall, one with green and one with purple, and that's gonna add a little bit of color on our backdrop. So as you can see, we had about 2.5 different setups to show a few different ways that you can capture motion, dance photography, our hair shots, and hopefully you can see the benefits of having these shorter flash durations that allow you to get those crisp, clean edges instead of motion blur. The Celestial has great durations, the Link has great durations, and of course our original action stopper, the Einstein, is perfect for this kind of work. We hope this has been informative. Thank you so much for watching. A huge thanks to our model for the day, Lane Porter. Be sure to give her a follow, link to her socials in bio, and we'll catch you guys next time.